A successful cyber attack on a U.S. bank, credit union, or brokerage firm would damage that institution's reputation, undermine consumer confidence in the U.S. financial system, and possibly trigger a global financial crisis. Protecting critical account and customer data from cyber threats such as ransomware presents a serious challenge, given the interconnectedness of world financial systems and the reliance on real-time access to data to keep financial markets moving. To meet this challenge, Sheltered Harbor was formed in 2015 as a nonprofit, industry-led initiative to guide U.S. financial institutions to improve their operational resilience in protecting and recovering critical financial data when a cyber attack or other event causes critical systems, including backups, to fail. Dell Technologies is the first technology solution provider in the Sheltered Harbor Alliance Partner Program, developing Dell EMC PowerProtect Cyber Recovery for Sheltered Harbor, a turnkey data vaulting solution for U.S. financial institutions. Protecting your business starts with protecting your data. Make your cyber resilience strategy a reality with proven and
এখন 2টা বেজে 35 মিনিট আর আপনার পছন্দের গানটি রিকোয়েস্ট করুন।
আপনি লাঞ্চের টাইম হয়ে গেছে, বিরিয়ানি গানটা ছাড়েন না।
সো এখন আমরা প্লে করব এক্সক্লুসিভ কাচ্চি বিরিয়ানি, যার সাথে আছে আলু আর ভেতরে আছে জুসি মাটন। সো শুনতে থাকুন।
মাগার পুরানিটা হইলে কইলাম বেশি জমতো।
হাংরি নাকি? হাংরি হলেই হাংরি নাকি অ্যাপ থেকে পছন্দের যে কোনো ফুড অর্ডার করুন এখনই।
করে আছে না, হাতে ধরে ঘরে বিপদ ডেকে আনা, সেটাই করেছি। একটু পরপর ভাবি রং চা, দুধ চা, অমুক চা, তমুক চা, চিনি কম, পপকর্ন, আর ভাল লাগে না। ওয়ালটন থেকে একটা অ্যান্ড্রয়েড টিভি কিনে সবাইকে শুধু বলেছিলাম বাসায় আসবেন, ব্যাস।
সরি, টিভিটা যখন ওয়ালটন, চাপ তো একটু হবেই। এখন টি20 বিশ্বকাপ উপলক্ষে ঝকঝকে পিকচার আর ডলবি ডিজিটাল সাউন্ডের ওয়ালটন টিভি কিনলেই পাচ্ছেন ঘন্টায় ঘন্টায় ওয়ালটন টিভি ফ্রি। ওয়ালটন টিভি, যা দেখি রিয়েল লাগে।
Hello everyone, welcome to Bangladesh High Tech Park Presents Beyond 2021, powered by Walton TV, Hungry Naki, Dell Technologies, and Ulka Games. So, today is our third session and the final day, and we are heading towards our 11th session of this morning's. And the topic is quite interesting, and it's a global panel discussions. So our mode of communication will be in English. So I hope you guys will enjoy the whole session. So our panelists are from different part of the world, from Canada, India, Pakistan, UK, and you will love the topic. The topic of today's discussion is collaboration on innovation ecosystem, because we have seen the importance of collaborations in this new normal, and this new normal taught us very well like how the collaboration can make a huge difference. So without a further ado, we are inviting our panelist from India. He is the founder and managing director of Kolkata Ventures, Mr. Avelo Roy. Hello, Mr. Roy. How are you? I guess you are mute. I hope we can hear you in coming days. You are still mute. Please unmute yourself and we can talk. Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, now it's perfect. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. So our next panelist will be from Canada, Mr. Ashik Noon. He's the founder and CEO of AirBringer. Hello, Ashik Bhai. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for joining us. We have got Mr. Naushad Minhas from KistPay. He's the Chief Revenue Officer from Pakistan. Hello, Mr. Naushad. I hope we are audible to you.
Yeah, I can hear you well. Thank you for adding me. Excited to be part of this
perfect.
conversation.
Thanks for joining. We are talking. We are looking forward to talk more with you. And we have got Mr. Rashedul Mazid, the founder and CEO of Rits Browser, the fastest growing browsers in the world, and it's all the way from Bangladesh. Hello, Rashid Bhai. How are you?
Hello, Imran. Hello, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. I'm doing fine. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Thanks for joining. We have got our very own from Bangladesh, from ICT division. He is the consultant of Innovation Designs and Entrepreneur Academy, Adnan Muhammad Dewan. I hope Adnan Bhai is here. Yeah. Hi, Adnan Bhai. I
Hello.
hope we are audible
Imran
to
bhai,
you.
thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, as
Yeah,
we
loud and clear. Can you hear me?
absolutely, we can hear you. So today's discussions is collaborations on innovation ecosystem, and we will start with our very own Mr. Avelo Roy. He is the founder and managing director of Kolkata Ventures. So, would like to know more about the importance of collaborations in this ecosystem. Like, as we have seen, this pandemic taught us very well like how crucial it is in terms of collaborations in this field of innovation ecosystem, or like the technology we have seen in coming days. So what will be your take on this, Mr. Roy?
First of all, thank you, Imran, for inviting me. My first time talking to the Bangladeshi audience. Just want to mention that my roots are in Bangladesh. My grandparents were from Dhaka, in fact. So very, very happy to be talking to all of you. So my journey started in Chicago when I was a 19-year-old college student, when I started my first startup, built it to $1 million valuation, and sold a couple of, three businesses actually, in the US, and then came to Kolkata in 2016. And one of the things I noticed that eastern part of India, there is a lot less collaboration, and there are silos of people who are in different groups and different communities. So the focus of Kolkata Ventures was to bring everybody together to build the startup ecosystem here, the one that I experienced in Chicago, to kind of be inspired by that, be inspired by Barack Obama, Startup America. And as India was starting Startup India, we started promoting that. And we are very proud to say in the last 5 years, there has been 550 plus revenue generating startups that have come out of it. Now, the pandemic has been incredibly beneficial for us. I mean, of course, there has been many deaths. There has been a lot of difficulties that people have gone through. Having said that, the lockdowns and people working from home has led to people exploring other opportunities. That is my job really that safe anymore? Or is entrepreneurship, which has always been told as risky, is actually safer? Or is it the gig economy? And being at home, having the most powerful device in front of you, being connected to the world, people have grown, people have started their startups, their businesses, and collaboratively, to use your word, Imran, has exponentially grown. We have grown 400%. We are in 5 countries now, Kolkata Ventures, which before would have been very, very difficult to imagine. But the pandemic helped us grow. Our startups have grown internationally. And just the pandemic has helped us to force us to be on our computers, to be digital, and to make deals digitally. Just to give you an example, at least 13.5 crore Indian rupees worth of investments came in the last 11 months to our startups, and all of them were virtual. The investors never met the entrepreneur never met the investor. Due diligence happened online, pitching happened online, signing happened online, and money came to the bank account, right? So this is really a powerful thing for tech entrepreneurship, for scalable startups and businesses. And collaboration has been the key for our success and the success of our startups. So just wanted to share that with you, Imran. I hope that answers your question.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to know more about your upcoming plans in coming time. Now I will move forward to Mr. Dewan Adnan, as he is with the government and with different kinds of strategies, and would like to know more about the upcoming plans and what's going on in this innovation ecosystem that you are completely working with and the integral part. So, would like to know more about from your side, Mr. Adnan.
So thank you, Imran bhai, for giving me the opportunity. So I'm working here as a consultant in Idea Project for at least for more than 4 years. So I'm here from the very beginning and working with the government for this innovation and startup ecosystem. So what was our plan is to build an ecosystem for Bangladesh a healthy ecosystem for the startup and innovators, so that they can feel just like the previous speaker told that this is much more like less risky, at least from the day-to-day job we are having right now, the conventional job we are having right now. So that was also a plan from us that we should create the awareness among the people, among the youngsters, so that they know that okay, we should do something different, something out of the box, and innovate something new. So our project's goal was to create the ecosystem as the central hub. So we are trying to build two things. One is called Innovation Design Entrepreneurship Academy. So that will be an academy for the innovators and the entrepreneurs and the to-be entrepreneurs, and also some people who would want to manage this kind of incubators and accelerator programs. And another part was to incubate the brilliant startups, the pre-seed level startups who are just trying to get some money to kick off their project and try something different, go to market and try to figure it out, the product market fits, all kind of these kind of things. And we also provide them grants, we provide them co-working space, we provide them legal supports and all kind of supports they need to grow their business up to the seed level or growth level. So we have funded up to now 186 startups, and some of them are in process right now. So in 1 or 2 weeks, it will be more than 200 startups, pre-seed startups. And among them, I would like to inform you with delight that 7 startups already has gone for the growth stage. They are already growth stage companies, growth stage startups, and more than 30 they are doing really good, and they are trying to get some seed funding or angel investment, something like that. And other 70, 80 startups are trying to create their MPPs, and others are doing also very well. So from our part, the picture is really good. So the core, the topic that we have today, the collaboration, other things. So what we try to do, we try to create, and we created a umbrella, you can say a network of the institutions, academia and other things, that is called Startup Circle. So we tried to create an umbrella where the academia, the industry, the incubators, accelerators, and all the players of this country, they could come together to help the new startups, like the nurturing them like baby, and they should grow up and something like that. So up to now, the project has done a lot of funding. And we have also created one company to help the seed and growth level startups, that is called Startup Bangladesh Limited. That's the first venture capital company from the side of government. And that is also doing tremendously good. That has already funded 7 startups, 7 very good startups right now. So investing in them on basis of equity. And we have done some you can say national programs. One of them is very popular right now, student to startup program, that has created huge sensation among the youngsters, the students, the university students mainly, about the entrepreneurship and the ecosystem. And right now we are having a great program that is called an international program that's called Bangabandhu Innovation Grant. So under the with having the leadership of our honorable Prime Minister and our honorable advisor, Mr. Rashedul Mazid, and with the guidance, the great guidance of our honorable State Minister, Mr. Junaid Ahmed Falok MP, we are trying to create an ecosystem for our entrepreneurs, and we are trying to also create a hype for the whole world from our own country, that entrepreneurship is much more safer than the regular job that we're having right now. And innovation is the core part, so we should always consider innovation. Like our honorable advisor said, don't imitate, please innovate. So that's the thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adnan Bhai, for your kind remarks. We'll come back to you again. Now I'll go to Mr. Ashik Noon, the CEO of AirBringer. And as we have said, Bangladesh is right now one of the most fastest growing startup ecosystem. And how it's all started, being you were in Robi Aziata, and starting from your employer to an entrepreneur. How was the journey? Would like to know more about the inside story of your entrepreneurship journey.
No, thank you. Thank you very much, Imran. So before going to that topic, let me go back a bit, little more. So I started back in 2002. I started my when I was in university as a computer science student. I actually started my first startup, and it was a interactive software development startup. Back then, it was a pretty new thing, because software development and bubble.com boom was there at that time. But we found that let's start, because that time we are playing like all kind of games, NFS, FIFA, all those kind of game. And I was in computer science as a computer science student. We have got lots of math, like uh, the calculus courses. So when we asked the teachers that what is the reason behind this all kind of math courses, it was not clearly understood by the teachers as well, that how it connects with computer science. Then finally we found that for making interactive software development like games, so that actually that math uh, so then we formed that first 3D interactive software development company called eSoftwares Limited. And from there, we actually developed the first 3D game of Bangladesh called Dhaka Racing. I guess many of you maybe heard when you were young that time. And when we saw that the Kolkata venture was there, so one interesting thing is I remember back in 2003, one Indian company actually came and approached us to develop a game for Kolkata. And then we developed the Kolkata Racing. And I still remember we visited Kolkata. And back then, back in 2002, there was no YouTube, no Google Earth. So how to identify that how a road beside your the Victoria Memorial Hall it would look like, right? So I remember that we even walked through the whole area and took the pictures, and then we converted it to level design, and then we launched it. So the collaboration that you said, Imran, I found it very interesting, because back in 2002 when we were a student even, so we started collaboration, even with a company in the Indian company, right? So it was great, yeah, definitely. And then yes, after that, I found that one important thing that we all entrepreneur we have to understand that my the first venture was failed, and why it's failed, that I also want to share, because we always think that an idea, fund, these are the most important thing for a startup, right? But from my first startup, I found that no, the most important part is the timing. The idea, the venture, or the concept for which you are actually fighting or flying, that should be well timed with the phase that you are going through in your life or in your the same domain, right? So back in 2002, the interactive software development was not the right thing for a country like Bangladesh or the region like Indian subcontinent, because there was not that much of thing, right? So when the timing is not right, it is very difficult to fly that startup. So that's why I would say that well, we had to stop that one. And then I joined Ericsson and Huawei in my career to have some collaboration with different kind of people. And finally, I joined Robi as I was there as head of IT. Interesting thing happened back in 2016. Robi started a program called Our Venture, so through which they would like they thought that why don't they convert some of their employees to entrepreneur. So around 200 plus idea was submitted, and from there, my idea was one of the winners from that program. So then I launched AirBringer. So AirBringer is actually cross-border shopping and shipping platform that connects the local shopper with international travelers. So the travelers who are flying from, say, from New York to Bangladesh, they can share actually their unused luggage space, and we are buying that unused luggage space, and the travelers are earning like $300 to $400 by sharing the luggage space. And the shopper in Bangladesh, they can actually buy the stuff through those travelers, because we know that international shopping is not always that easy for local shoppers in Bangladesh or Southeast Asia. So those travelers who are in US, they are actually helping the local shoppers in Bangladesh to buy the stuff and delivering them within 15 days or 7 days. So it's a win-win situation for not only the travelers, because they are earning through sharing the luggage, but also it's a earning win-win situation for the shopper as well, because they are getting the stuff in a very cost-effective way and within 10 to 15 days. On top, after this COVID, we have also integrated the air cargo model as well for the B2B sector, because the B2B sector is growing like anything. And for bulk order, because through traveler concept, we can't bring item in a bulk order. So for the B2B sector, we are actually connecting the air cargo model as well to bring items in bulk quantity, so that the resellers like Facebook Commerce, small e-commerce or big e-commerce, and even the stores, they can actually buy the stuff through us from North American market and sell it to local market.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Ashik. This is a great example of collaboration that you have already done in the past, and it's ongoing. So thanks for your observation. Now I'll move to Mr. Naushad Minhas, the Chief Revenue Officer of KistPay, to know more about the concept of buy now pay later. And congratulations, you guys have raised $15 million as the fastest growing fintech company. So we'd like to know more about the importance of collaborations in this innovations ecosystem. Mr. Naushad. Can you hear us? Hello. I guess we are facing some technical difficulties from his side. I'll move to Mr. Rashedul Mazid about his initiative of Rits Browser. And Rits Browser is the ultimate example of collaborations. They are collaborated with so many other partners, and their ecosystem is growing faster than any other browsers in recent days. So we'd like to know more about your take on this collaborations in an innovation ecosystem.
Thank you, Imran. Yeah, you are right. Without collaboration, we are nothing actually. Our product is a browser, so we are facilitating the user to surf the internet. So we have to partner with the airlines, we have to partner with the advertisers, we have to partner with the lots of companies so that we can generate revenue through our users. So without collaborations, we have nothing actually. So, I believe for all the startup, they need to collaborate with each other. So what we have and what you don't have, you have to seek from other startup and partner with them and just grow big. For example, recently we are collaborating with the bKash because we cannot sell our membership with recurring model. In Bangladesh, only bKash is giving this service. So this is another example that if you want to go big, you need a partner to help you out. So bKash is helping out to make our subscriptions like recurring payment. So lots of collaboration is happening in Rits Browser every day, and we just doing that to facilitate our users. So our users can get the services easily, and we can also generate revenue through it. So yeah. If you want to innovate something, you must have some good partners. You must have some collaborations, and it has to be beyond the borders. So because, like say, our users are global. So from India, if they want to use our browser and they want to get benefits, they want to recharge their app using our reward points, and that has to be had to their phone, not in Bangladesh phone. So our partners who is providing the recharge options, they are global partners and they are helping us to make this happen. So if in a nutshell, if we guys want to do this whole thing alone, it is almost impossible. Like we had to build a company like Google for this. So fortunately, we had partners. We find the partners on the right time, and being a small company, we are able to give the facility, we are able to give the opportunities to all our users globally, and we are happy to be a partner with all the companies around the world, and that's the growth key success for us. And as a Rits Browser, we are actually helping the users to get benefit from the internet also get benefit from the privacy protection, and also giving them benefit for protect their security. So three things we are actually helping the users with the benefits, and all the things are happening through partners. Thank you, Imran. I hope I give you the answers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
absolutely. Thank you, Rashid Bhai. We'll come back to you in the panel discussions. Now it's time for Mr. Naushad Minhas. I hope you are listening to us. Mr. Naushad, you there? Hello. 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 I guess still in the problem. Now we are moving back to Mr. Adnan as he has got some other priorities, and we want to know more about the upcoming initiative of our government as you are working with the core innovation ecosystems and the whole policy. So, what are the good news we can expect from our youth? Maximum viewers are our young generations. They are continuously watching us to know more about the upcoming initiative. So would like to know more about some good news. Adnan bhai.
Okay, thank you so much. So what exactly right now we are doing, like we are supporting the startups in our incubation program that will be going on. Okay, that will be always a common phenomena. And there, and also we are planning to have the Bangabandhu Innovation Grant in each year, every year. So that will be always be continuously like done. And we have already have the Startup Bangladesh Limited company, and we are also trying to we are also creating the Start Innovation Design Entrepreneurship Academy as a academy, as a government entity. So that will be doing the job that the project is right now doing. So the youngsters will always have the possibility to get support from these kind of initiatives. Like if they are in the very early stage, they can come to the Innovation Design Entrepreneurship Academy and get the supports, all kind of supports like the legal, IP, funding, co-working space, networking, their strategical point, from their strategical point of view, mentoring and anything. So they can get the early stage help from the Innovation Design Entrepreneurship Academy. And if they are in seed stage or growth stage, they can go to the Startup Bangladesh Limited company. So we are trying to create also an umbrella that I told you in my previous speech about the Startup Circle. So Startup Circle is mainly consisting of the all kinds of institutions who are working with the startups and innovators, right? So we can talk about Grameen Fund Incubator, Grameen Fund Accelerator, Banglalink Incubator, these kind of incubators, accelerators programs, legal companies, then all the other government entities who are connected with IP, patent, copyright, and these kind of things. And the legal entities are also connected with us. We are trying to create one window kind of thing, so that the startups can avail all kinds of business support from one channel, so that they don't need to go to so many other ministries and other things. And we are trying to create something so that all the ecosystem stakeholders can come together in a single point, because we are saying that Innovation Design Entrepreneurship Academy is the central hub of the full ecosystem. So we want to play the role to create a standard or a platform for everybody, so that everybody come together here and join together and create the ecosystem, so that all the startups, they can find help from there. I just wanted to share one of my personal story. When I started my career in Bangladesh as a university teacher, I had one startup, small startup, that's called Textboka. And at that moment, my mother used to say that you are already married and you need to earn good amount of money to support your family. And now these kind of startups things cannot help you, because you don't have anybody to help you to give you the fund, and we don't have that much fund, because I'm coming from a very humble middle class family. But right now, there is no excuse like this, because the government is already having a good amount of grant amount for the young innovators and startups. You can come to Innovation Design Entrepreneurship Academy, you can go to Innovation Fund, and there are lots of other partner organizations who are funding very early stage startups. And we are also seeing a growing trend of angel investors in Bangladesh. And right now, a lot of people I know, they don't want to invest their money in share market. They want to invest money in startups. So that's a very good sign right now from our country. So I think there will be a lot of scopes for the innovators and entrepreneurs. And Hyde Park is also doing a tremendously great job for the innovators and entrepreneurs. They're giving like so many co-working space and so many open space, so many like facilities for the startups. And we hope to work together with all the government entities, including High Tech Park and other entities who are necessary for the ecosystem. And collaboratively, we want to build like you can say rapidly growing startup ecosystem in Bangladesh. And for the youngsters, I want to say only one message, that if you have anything, if you have an idea, if you have an innovation, an invention, whatever that you, and if you are like daydreaming about it, you should be always like seeking for help from the government, and the government is here to help you with a lot of with lots of organizations. Thank you so much.
Right, right. Thank you, Adnan bhai, for your kind remarks, and we're looking forward, and we're very much hopeful about this ecosystem, and inshallah, it will be growing faster than ever. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your time.
Thank you. I
Now,
have to leave, so thank you
yeah,
so much for
thank you,
having me. Okay.
thank you, Adnan bhai. Now, I'll move back to Mr. Naushad Minhaz. I hope internet is fixed now. Mr. Minhaz,
Is it
are
okay?
you
Can you
okay?
hear me now?
Yes, yes, we can hear you now. So, like as we have said, like the concept of BNPL and the power of collaborations, and you guys have raised 15 million in this fintech industry, and you are planning to focus on Bangladesh. So, what makes this the idea, and it what makes it credible, and what is the power of BNPL? If we can know more about this whole project from your side, that would be great. Thank you. Hello. I guess internet is hello. I guess internet is not stable yet. Mr. Naushad, if you can try again, that would be great. Yeah. Now moving forward to Mr. Abhishek from India, as he is in this collaborations ecosystem, and continuously working with the startups to make their startup more visible and fundable, and he's the CEO of Accelerize India. So hi Abhishek, hope we are audible to you.
Hi, Imran. Good morning. Hi, everybody. Good to see you all over here in the panel discussion.
Yeah, would like to know more about the initiative, and would like to know more about the importance of collaborations on this innovation ecosystem. Yeah,
Yeah,
your turn.
yeah, great. So, Imran, to be very frank, I am into, and in an ecosystem business itself. So I'm into community building. So there are like people like investors, there are incubators, accelerators, startups, and collaboration plays a very important role. When you start building something. So when I started building, Accelerize, I did understood one thing, that I have a good network. What I need to do, I just need to collaborate with some good people in the ecosystem, where they can help me and I can help them. And when you collaborate, there are you will meet a number of people. There will be some active collaborations, there will be some passive collaborations out there. So you need to choose active collaborations out there. So when I started choosing people, right? Those who were active in the ecosystem. So I remember when I spoke to you, 1.5 year back. You were very active in Bangladesh. So I decided basically that if I should have a collaboration in Bangladesh, that should be inspiring Bangladesh. So these are the things which we need to understand. And with collaboration, your team, gets a boost up, because you need not to travel uh, on and off to Germany or US or UAE. If you have an active collaboration out there, your team gets a kind of boost, that obviously we are growing. So collaboration actually plays a very important role in the startup ecosystem, and that's what I understood basically very quickly, and I
Right.
have grown through collaborations out there.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Abhishek. We'll know more about from your side when we'll start our panel discussions. Do we have Mr. Naushad Minhaz with us? Mr. Naushad, are you here? Or we can go for a break and we'll come within a short time. So stay with us. We are going for a break.
চাঁদটা কি দারুণ।
চাঁদ তো না, যেন ঝলসানো রুটি, সাথে একটা চাপ আর বটি কাবাব। আহ,
আর সাথে সালাদ হলে কিন্তু
হাংরি নাকি? হাংরি হলেই হাংরি নাকি অ্যাপ থেকে পছন্দের যে কোনো ফুড অর্ডার করুন এখনই।
কথায় আছে না, হাতে ধরে ঘরে বিপদ ডেকে আনা, সেটাই করেছি। একটু পরপর ভাবি রং চা, দুধ চা, অমুক চা, তমুক চা, চিনি কম, পপকর্ন, আর ভাল লাগে না। ওয়ালটন থেকে একটা অ্যান্ড্রয়েড টিভি কিনে সবাইকে শুধু বলেছিলাম বাসায় আসবেন, ব্যাস।
সরি, টিভিটা যখন ওয়ালটন, চাপ তো একটু হবেই। এখন টি20 বিশ্বকাপ উপলক্ষে ঝকঝকে পিকচার আর ডলবি ডিজিটাল সাউন্ডের ওয়ালটন টিভি কিনলেই পাচ্ছেন ঘন্টায় ঘন্টায় ওয়ালটন টিভি ফ্রি। ওয়ালটন টিভি, যা দেখি রিয়েল লাগে।
Yes, we are back. We are back to our panel discussions, and the floor is quite open, and we'll know more about the opportunities and right now the importance of this collaborations on innovation ecosystem. So, I'll go back to Mr. Avelo Roy, as from India, and he's leading the Kolkata venture. So, recently, what you are seeing the future, like as the future is quite, right now we are living in the new normal, and but we are quite hopeful that we will overcome all these difficulties in coming days. What will be your assumption or prediction in coming days about this innovation ecosystem and the power of collaborations, Mr. Roy?
One of the things that we see in US as well as India is that with work from home, people are not willing to go back to work, to offices, and there's a lot of change in the way people work. The gig economy is also popping up. People are making money sitting at home with their phones and computers. Now, that has led to something called the portfolio of careers. Initially, we used to have one career for 5 years, 10 years stretch, and then something else. Right now, people are doing their 9-to-5 job, investing in stocks, and working on their startup, and maybe something else, maybe some freelancing or whatever, because they're not having to commute. So time has opened up, and as a result, they're seeing more opportunity for having multiple sources of income. And eventually they figure out, okay, this is giving me the best bang for my buck, and I should go with this. And that's leading to more prosperity, more efficiency, and more family time. So mental health and things like that are being addressed, which people didn't have time to address before. So it's overall a more holistic growth and the best use of technology that has been almost propelled by the pandemic. Another thing that I see is it's an evolution. A lot of traditional businesses are not able to keep up, which requires physical contact, physical establishment, fixed costs, and things like that. And they are dying out, who are not able to innovate, who are not able to pivot according to the needs of the hour. And that is also a reality. Just like when Nokia had 90% almost share of phones in the world, and suddenly iPhone came, and suddenly Nokia and BlackBerry just went out, and they were like, we have no idea what happened, because they didn't evolve with time. So a lot of traditional businesses are not evolving, but many are evolving, and those who are seeing the benefit of it. There's a lot of automation. The last company that I sold, it was a healthcare company in the United States, and they hired us to build a lot of the automation softwares for their company. And we were able to replace 90% of the people with software. What they would do in 7 days, my software does it in 1/6 of a second. And my software doesn't require weekends or holidays or salaries, right? So the point is, that is a reality also. Automation, driverless cars, all of these things in the next 3 years with 5G technology coming in, at least in India, we are getting 5G probably early next year. There's going to be a lot of less mechanical work and more creative work. The things that are related to left brain, mechanical and formula oriented, are going to be done much better, much faster with technology, with automation. But humans will be left to do what humans do best, right? And that's where we need to thrive. We need to learn to be humans again. Today with technology, we can order food on Hungry Nucky, or we can get a cab through Uber. We can do whatever with the click of a button. But it's getting more and more difficult for us to say hi to a relative, or call up our parents, or be friends with our neighbors, right? We're becoming more and more impersonal. I don't know about Bangladesh, but certainly this is a reality for urban India. As well as me living in the US, I've seen the same thing. People don't know each other's neighbors. The point is, it's time to reinvent ourselves as human beings, because that's what's going to be needed most. Machines cannot feel, machines cannot love, machines cannot negotiate, machines cannot work psychologically. We can. And the conscious being that we are, that has to be in alignment. Because if you see today, 16-year-old, 17-year-old TikTokers and Instagram reelers are making more money than the best engineers, right? I was talking to the guy who delivers food to me. So in India, we call it Swiggy, like you have Hungry Nucky. And I said, how much do you make? He said, sir, I make 3,000 rupees a day. I said, how? He said, sir, in the morning, I'm delivering food with my bike. In the afternoon, I drive Uber. And at night, before going to bed, I do a couple of hours of graphic design work on freelancer.com or Fiverr. And I make $25 an hour doing that. So in a month, he's making 90,000 Indian rupees. That is far more, almost double of what an engineer's starting salary is. And this guy's never been to college. So that's a complete evolution that's happening, and more of it is going to happen. People used to say work from home. Now we are saying work from Goa, work from the mountains, work from the beaches, work from wherever you want. It doesn't matter. As long as you have internet, you can work. So that's the reality. That's the future. And I think that leads to more prosperity, and youngsters are more ready for it. Unfortunately, the 50-plus-year-olds need a little bit more effort to align themselves. And those who can align will thrive. Those who cannot align will, unfortunately, have to deal with the consequences.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Roy. Mr. Naushad, are you here?
Yes, I am. I hope you can hear me now.
Okay, great. So we have missed out several times your part. So would like to know more about KistPay and the power of innovation, collaborations ecosystem. At the same time, buy now, pay laters. Yeah, please.
So I was walking you through, and thank you, gents, for the lovely conversation. Thoroughly enjoyed. Buy now, pay later, true essence is not charging the consumer. In the past, multiple banks and multiple installment companies, they had been passing the bucks to consumer, and they had been charging the consumer. But buy now, pay later, especially KistPay in Pakistan, it is first of its kind. This is the first registered buy now, pay later company in Pakistan, and that is why we are expanding towards Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. We are not charging anything from the consumer. Rather, we are discounting and taking the revenue from the merchants. 6 months ago, we entered in Pakistan. Our CEO and co-founder, Jordan Olivas, is one of the subject matter experts in buy now, pay later. He is ex-Klarna, ex-Pay After and Afterpay. So he knows how to do this all. The team which we have in Pakistan are ex-bankers, some startup people who have founded some startup in the past. It is a combination of retail technology, marketing, financial technology, and buy now, pay later discounting opportunities. Once we are not charging the consumer, the power of buy now, pay later is it is penetrating everywhere inside Pakistan and outside Pakistan. At the end of the day, we increase the average order value of our merchants, be it offline stores, be it online stores. We started with online stores, but we realized in Pakistan and also in Bangladesh, offline stores will always stay. So it's going to be a combination of physical and digital. So we are penetrating into apparels, into cosmetics, into groceries, into mobile phones especially. The market is pretty much open. Even the credit card volumes are not very high. So there are so many people who have not been given credit cards by the banks. They can purchase to buy now, pay later with KissPay in any merchant which we have scored. Interesting thing which I wanted to share is we started from top to bottom. Unlike penetrating into the economy whereby installment providers are already there and they had been providing the goods on installments to those people who are in the need of installment. We started with the merchants who are pretty high end. So the people who save money on installment, they reinvest into multiple asset classes. So that's how we are penetrating in Pakistan, and that is the same plan towards Bangladesh and Sri Lanka.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Roy, for your remarks. And as we said, like the panel discussion is open right now. The floor is open for all. I'll move back to Mr. Ashik Noon. Uh, what you are seeing the future as we as a reason of our today's session, or like we have started last year to know more about, like as we are staying in pandemic, what is beyond 2020, and right now we are saying like what is beyond 2021, what we are expecting in upcoming days about the future, and how we are seeing it, and how we can utilize the potential of collaboration in coming days from your side, Mr. Ashik Noon. And anyone can add your feedback on this, and the floor is open. Thank you. I guess you are mute, Ashik Noon.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now? Can you
Hello.
hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Great. So yeah, working from home actually created, and especially the COVID actually taught us many new things. So I can give you an example because I'm in Canada right now. So I found that many engineers they're working in Telus and Rogers, all the big operators. They're actually leaving their job and they're starting doing selling in Amazon as a Amazon FBA program. So they're selling like I found one guy. He's saying that I am selling $4 million yearly, and from there I'm making 10% or 8%, so which is around 400,000 or 300,000. So when he was in Telus or Rogers as a engineer, so her salary was like $100,000. So just working from home and selling in Amazon platform, he's now earning 300,000, 400,000. So yeah, the total concept is changing right now because of this COVID, and people are working from home, and also from us from the startup point of view, because previously like we had office, we are running the whole show from the office, right? But I'm right now in Canada for last 1 year, and I'm running my whole Bangladeshi operation from here because I'm also connecting some other part for AirBringer from Canada and North America. So we also found that yeah, it's working from home, and it's a totally new way of working. So you don't have to be physically present as a CEO or as a management level, as a management level employee or whoever. So you can directly connect with your employees through different applications like Slack or Zoom or WhatsApp or all the other platform applications, and you can run your whole show from any part of the world. So these are the new things that right now is happening. But from my domain where I am working, or my concept is right now is working there is e-commerce. So mostly we found before pandemic, the most of the e-commerce is actually domestic e-commerce. Like Bangladeshi shoppers are buying from Daraz or eValley or those kind of thing. Indian shoppers are buying from Flipkart or their Indian e-commerce sites. North American shoppers are buying from Amazon, or Chinese shoppers are buying from Alibaba. But right now, the cross-border e-commerce is growing like anything. So people now want to buy any stuff from anywhere of the world. So access to product, I think this is the main thing that we have to now solve, that the shopper is now global. And especially the Asian shoppers, because Asian shoppers, they got money in their pocket. So they want to buy stuff from North America. They want to buy stuff from European countries. And European sellers, they also want to sell the product to Asian shoppers or South Asian or Southeast Asian shoppers. But the traditional way of shipping through DHL and FedEx, those are actually creating friction for cross-border e-commerce growth. And because of that, the actual growth of e-commerce is not actually happening. Still, it's like $4 trillion or $6 trillion market, but it should be more than that. So definitely, I think that the new thing, that the next big thing will happen when this traditional way of shipping will be converted to a more digitized and more efficient way. And there are actually companies like AirBringer that we are trying, that how we can disrupt this global shipping, and with the collaboration with definitely with different kind of companies like freight forwarder, customs broker, because still when if you want to buy from stuff from, say, even a shopper from developed country, just leave Bangladesh or India, even a shopper from Japan, if he wants to buy a stuff from USA, like Nike.com or Fossil.com, he can buy it because he needs a US address, billing address, credit card. So why it's happening, right? So we have to solve all this kind of thing. Even you have a Canadian or Japanese credit card, you can't buy a stuff from Nike.com or say Fossil.com, because for some particular website you need your credit card with the same country's billing address. And some e-commerce sites, they want the billing and shipping address should be the same. So these are the things that we have to actually remove all those frictions, so that the global e-commerce that can boom at its the best way, so that the global shopper, they can get access of different kind of products.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Ashik Bhai, for your kind observation. Rashid Bhai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you want to add anything on this, please, you can
Yeah,
add.
sure. From Rits Browser perspective view, from the beginning, we innovate our browser. Our main concern is that future is going to be virtual. So, and mobile penetration will be grow like 90%. Whatever we do, we'll do everything through mobile. Right now, I am participating with your this virtual event through my mobile, not from my desktop. My habit has been changed. So, and I believe that this trend is going on. People will more habituate with the mobile phone, and everything we do in our daily life tends to be inside the phone. Like in future, we never thought that we can order food. Like in Islamic region, we thought whatever we think we'll have it in the heaven, right? You will get you will get any food. When you think about it, it will be in your platter. But right now, this is happening. Whatever you think you want to eat, you can order now. So this is the future, and future is growing faster right now. We just have to be adaptive, and we have to be learn the future and act like a proactive. So from Rits Browser perspective view, we are collaborating with everyone, so that everyone get the opportunities equally, and they can do business globally. Like the other speaker says, they have a border access problem, they have payment problem, they have other issues, so that a Asian user cannot buy goods from the India or cannot buy goods from the USA. But in Rits Browser, we have build an ecosystem. We have a reward point system, so we can exchange the point to buy goods from anywhere in the world. So this is the things we are seeing right now. So we believe that future is virtual, and it is increasing faster, and so we have to act more proactively. We have to collaborate with each other faster, so that we can grab the market, because the giant companies have the bigger vision than we have. So before they grab the market, we have to act faster, and we have to, act like a super fast. That's my input.
Awesome. Thank you, Rashid. Mr. Minhas, as you have said, right now you guys are focusing on Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. So, what will be your prediction and how you are forecasting the growth of this fintech buy now pay later concept in this region? Your opinion on that? I guess internet is still not that stable over there. Moving back to Mr. Roy, Mr. Roy, as we have said, as you have said, like Kolkata ventures right now available in different regions, five countries, right? So, what's your expectation from Bangladesh market? Like, as you know, government is very much friendly to develop this startup culture, and at the same time government is funding into different ideas as a grant. So do you think your venture can be the next destinations is Bangladesh? What will be your observation on this?
Absolutely, I would love to expand to Bangladesh for sure. Actually, I was going to ask you, Imran, if there's anything happening with crypto or other things, because I don't know if my understanding is correct, but what I understand, the Bangladesh laws are far better than the laws that we have, more restrictive laws that we have in India or other
Right.
countries. And I think those are the places where we can really see Bangladesh as an advantage, where it gives us the freedom that otherwise in our own countries it might not. And I know Bangladesh is growing at a very rapid pace, and with this technology, textiles, and other things. So definitely, we want to tap into that ecosystem. Given we speak the same language, there's no reason Epar Bangla, Opar Bangla should not join hands and grow together. And I think that's absolutely on my plans. And
Absolutely.
if any of the panelists or yourself help with that, we would be very open to conversations.
Absolutely. Thank you. And we are coming to the end of this session. We will go one by one with all of your closing remarks. We'll start with Abhishek. Abhishek, as you were present in our last Beyond, if you remember, in 2020. So, what difference you are seeing right now in compared to the first season and second season? And the vision of our collaboration is to, create the difference and get more people in our community to talk in favor of the growth. So what will be your feedback from the last year's speaker, Abhishek?
Yeah. So obviously, as always, your energy is same. So I really like your enthusiasm and all. Your passion towards building a community of intellectuals of a startup ecosystem, and there is no such difference. To be very frank with you, the speakers are really knowledgeable out there as last time, and I believe inspiring Bangladesh is growing exponentially out there. You have grown exponentially from the last year, right? And to be very frank with you, what benefit I got from the kind of collaboration we have, I really did make a couple of friends from Bangladesh. So I have near about say 100 plus people. Those who are startup founders, investors. They know me personally. We have couple of chats and kind of couple
Wow.
of discussions that how we can grow together and what we can do in Bangladesh as well. As Avelo rightly said, that Bangladesh and India share a kind of similar culture in terms of language, food, and other circumstances as well. So Bangladesh is always a kind of territory where we can grow together and look forward for a better collaborations in future.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Abhishek, for your kind remarks. Ashik Bhai, if you want to add anything in this closing note.
No, great. Whatever you are doing, brother, I always think for because we always have to do something for the young kids, right? I still remember back in 2002 when I launched my first startup, there was no platform, right? So who gonna actually help us? Who gonna actually give us all those kind of mentorship? So I knew that how it felt as a starter, as a young kid when you were in a new journey. Because as one of the speakers said that your family was actually asking you what you are doing, man. Why don't you go to a formal job, right? So those challenges are there definitely, and if you have platform like what you are doing right now, so that will definitely help help the digital economy that we are actually planning to grow in Bangladesh. And those kids can actually contribute not only to Bangladesh and also to the global economy. And collaboration definitely, we want collaboration with India and other part of the world that can actually jointly work as a big force. This can actually help both
Right. Thank you, Ashik Bhai, and it's nice to have you with us. We will close our session with Mr. Roy's remarks. Now we'll move to Mr. Rashedul Mazid. Rits being our partner for last 1 year, we are collaborating into different projects, and we believe in collaboration at the same time, valuing each other. So Rashid bhai, what will be your take on that in the future of collaborations and how we are seeing it in digital Bangladesh?
Thank you. Yes, collaboration is I think, is the main key to success for any startups. What you cannot do, you just partner with others and make it happen. This works like a magic. So no matter who is your partner, just justify it. If you need these things, you just collaborate with this partner. So this is my belief, and I saw many success in these cases. And I will suggest all the entrepreneur, you just collaborate with others who fit in your business and make it grow faster. So yeah, that this is my opinion for collaboration. And one thing I should say about the future entrepreneur, like, you must look for the consumer needs, what consumer wants. If you can deliver it, your project will be success for sure. Not look for the money, look for the consumers, and if you can make them happy, they will make you happy in the future for sure. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Rashid bhai. I will share a experience what we had in 2019. I was invited from Indian government as a youth delegation, hosted by Ministry of Youth and Sports of India, hosted by Mr. Shri Narendra Modi, and we visited different places in Delhi, Hyderabad, and other significant spaces where we had invited in a keynote discussion of the telecom minister of India, S. Aluwalia. So he said one amazing quote, like, as we are a neighboring country. So he speak quite fluent Bangla. So he said, like, we can change our friends, but we can change our neighbors. So that is the most important thing, being a neighboring country, Bangladesh and India, and the collaborations ecosystem. So I will end this session with the closing remarks of Mr. Roy, the Magic Director of Kolkata Ventures, with your remarks. So, Mr. Roy, over to you.
So, Imran, thank you for saying that. Absolutely, I agree with you. There was a Harvard study that was done where they found that Bengalis are some of the most intelligent people, globally speaking, right? And unfortunately, there's a border between Bengal, one side of Bengal and the other side of Bengal. That's how I see it. I don't see it as two different countries. And I think the more we collaborate, using your word, the more we unite, the better our chance to prosper. And for the young people who are watching it, I'll end with the last mantra, which says, basically, I created it. Think big, start small, grow slow, then grow fast. Think really big. We can really make a big impact. I've seen my friends in the US, how the Bangladeshi students, PhDs, the innovation, the brilliance that they had, and what kind of impact they have made. So together we can only grow. There's only growth, there's nothing else. So think big, start small, make your mistakes in a small way, iron out all your bugs, And then as you figure it out, as you get more confidence, then grow slow so that you don't repeat the mistakes. And once you've figured out a valid model, let's grow really, really fast. That's where venture capital investment and all of these wonderful things come in. So I'm open. Find me on LinkedIn, find me on Instagram. There's only one name, Avelo Roy, in this whole world. So I'm easy to Google, easy to find. So let's connect and collaborate. All the best.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. If we have Mr. Naushad, can we hear? Yes, you are here. So, like, I hope internet is fixed, and good to have you in our closing remarks. So, would like to know more about your opinion and observation about collaboration and innovation ecosystem and how you are seeing it in the future. So, Mr. Naushad, we will.
So we are a
close
practical
with your
example
remarks.
of collaboration by default. Jordan sitting in US, his co-founder sitting in Pakistan, few of our colleagues working from any other part of the world which have different nationalities. We made KIST Pay in Pakistan. Now within 6 months, entering into Bangladesh, entering into Sri Lanka, endorses the fact the collaborative environment within these countries, the way it is. The gross domestic product per capita income, you see the way Bangladesh is growing, we are very much overwhelmed. Rather, we waited for 1 or 2 years. We did not wait. We immediately jumped. And the response which we are getting on the homework which we are doing towards Bangladesh right now, the interviews which are going on, the merchants communication which we are going on for buy now, pay later is absolutely unheard of. So we are thrilled to enter into Bangladesh. We are thrilled to enter into other parts of the world. And we are thrilled to collaborate with each and everyone. There is no competition. There is just collaboration.
Absolutely. And with this note, like as Mr. Naushad says, it's all, there is nothing like competition. It's all about collaborations, and we are looking forward to collaboration with all of you. Like as we said, like Inspiring Bangladesh is the fastest growing social fintech network in this Southeast Asia, and our network is blessed with right now 250,000 unique users right now, and we are supported by our Bangladesh government. The only things that we promote, the positivity, the inspiring stories, the achievement. Right now, other social network is full of false news, fake news, and trolling. So we need something fresh. We need something unique that can add value in our mental health. And yes, with this note, we are finishing this session, and Bangladesh High Tech Park presents Beyond 2021, powered by Hungry Naki, Ulka Games, Walton TV, and Dell Technologies. And this is our last day of this session, and hope to see you soon in our coming sessions of today. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Poi kore bolchi. Remember,
Thank you, Imran.
just follow me. Follow me. Taka, poisha, bari, gari. কার কি দরকার একটা বার্গার উফ সাথে এক্সট্রা চিজ হলে
হাংরি নাকি হাংরি হলেই হাংরি নাকি অ্যাপ থেকে পছন্দের যে কোনো ফুড অর্ডার করুন এখনই।
আচ্ছা একদিন রাতাতুই বানাও না।
কি রাতাতুই?
সারাদিন এত রান্নার ভিডিও দেখো আর রাতাতুই কি জানো না?
জানবো না কেন? রাতাতুই
Ma, just a minute. Hey Google, how to make ratatouille.
Ratatouille is a French Provençal stewed vegetable.
কেউ জানুক আর না জানুক, ওয়ালটন গুড টিভি সব জানে। ভয়েস কমান্ড, লাইভ আপডেট ও ইনস্ট্যান্ট ইনফরমেশনে লাইভ তো হবে একদম ইজি।
এই যে নাও রাতাতুই।
কাল তাহলে এনচিলাডিস বানাও।
কি? ওয়ালটন, এক টিভিতে সব এক্সপিরিয়েন্স।